When you're ready, Micah.
So, hi, my name is Micah, and this is my presentation of learning. So just a quick disclaimer, my presentation of learning is represented through my hobby of video game playing. So you're going to see some of my favorite childhood characters, the ones I fought with and the ones I fought against. So if you ever see this character in my presentation, just know that that's me. Like in the video game, that's the character that I created. He's also known as Naruto Uzumaki from the Naruto series. And if you ever see that rotating GameCube, that means that the mission is loading to another mission. So let's start. In the beginning of the year, I bought this video game called MPX. I saw some commercials about it saying that MPX would teach me some great life skills, and it was worth the $20,000 price tag, so.
That's true.
So might as well do it.
21, I think.
It was a fighting style video game, so let's start. So the first mission that I encountered was patience. Patience differentiates work between good and great. Through patience, you can create quality work. I noticed that during the MPX program, especially during our build phase, all my team and I wanted to do was finish it already. And when we rushed, we actually ran into a lot of mistakes. Rushing creates quantity work, which means you produce more work, but it's not as good as if you take your time and as you're patient. So through the MPX program, I know that you cannot rush when building because you'll overlook so much errors and stuff like that. So yeah. In the first mission, I attacked Wolverine, so that's me. I noticed when I was a little kid that Wolverine was a rapid attacker. You know, he'd never get tired, so that was his weakness. Sometimes he had to get tired, so I had to attack him when he was tired. So those are my clones, and I attacked him when he got tired. So my artifact for patience was our skill drawings. Skill drawings I learned require a huge amount of patience because, I mean, everyone's doing a different angle, and then it takes a long time, but eventually it helps in the end. It helped my group and I because without our skill drawings, we wouldn't be where we are at with our hydroponic system. Also, I had to remain patient because some of my group members weren't using the same amount like units as us. Like some of us were using different units, like 1 square would equal 2, but some of us were using a different one, so I had to remain patient. So it's loading to the second mission. So the second mission, the second power that I harnessed during the MPX program was paying attention to little things, basically paying attention to details. So in MPX, the skill is massive, especially when building. I first encountered this skill when building our hydroponic system. My group and I made the error of rushing through our hydroponic system, so we drilled our legs of our hydroponic system slanted inward or outward, not at a 90-degree angle, which meant it was brutally unstable. So due to the lack of paying attention to little things, me and my team were set back. We had to re-drill and drill it again and then re-measure and stuff like that. So I also had to be patient because we had to re-drill and stuff like that. So during this mission, I noticed my opponent, Bruce Lee, would never protect his chest area. As you can see, he's just swinging on the side. So I paid attention to what he does and stuff. I analyzed him. So instead of attacking his sides, wasting my energy and time, I attacked his middle area, his chest, where it was the most vulnerable. So as you can see here, I used my clone attack to beat up Bruce Lee. So paying attention to little things also included our skill drawings as well, and our measurements for our wood. I noticed that some of our skill drawings, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it. Our whole width of our hydroponic system was 45.75 or 45 3/4 inches, which is kind of like not cool because it's not a solid number. Also for measuring wood, we had to be really precise. So for the measure of the wood, we had one piece of wood was 16 7/8. We had to be really precise on that. We really had to pay attention and go all in, because if we weren't precise, then our hydroponic system would be off. So, leading to the next mission. The third mission that I had, the third skill that I harnessed during the MPX program was being responsible, which I find is incredibly hard for me. I encountered the power when building our chair and our hydroponic system, actually. Responsibility is good because if everyone is responsible, then we can hold everyone accountable. I think it was hard for my group and I to remain responsible because some of us made mistakes, and through the building process, we had to own up to our mistakes, which was something new for us. Everyone had to be responsible with the tools. You know, we had to put it away where it was and stuff like that. We also needed to understand our roles, what we could and cannot do and stuff like that. So we can move forward once everyone is responsible to me. So in this mission, I challenged Starscream, an old foe. I used to watch him when I was little. But since I had a lack of responsibility, I forgot to equip my clones. So I couldn't attack him, actually. In embarrassment, I ran home crying, and that caused me to lose a life in the video game. But thank God that this is real life and not a video game. Or thank God this is a video game, so I can respawn, right? So yeah. So this is my artifacts for responsibility. So we have to be responsible for our hydroponic system and stuff like that. We have to be responsible for our mistakes. We have to hold everyone accountable. Even if we made mistakes, we have to own up to it. And luckily, even though I lost the battle with Starscream, I moved on to the next mission. So the fourth skill that I harnessed was being open to all opinions, aka being flexible. So as you can see, we were challenging Darth Vader in this one, and this skill was massive in MPX. I learned very quickly in the MPX program that your way won't work all the time. Actually, your way most of the times won't work at all. So you have to really consult with your teammates and combine ideas to succeed. Combining ideas can be incredibly powerful, and sometimes some problems require you guys as a team to combine your guys' efforts. So in this mission, my clones were no match for Darth Vader. As you can see, he just pulverized them. But instead of being stubborn, I requested the help of foes turned to friends. So I requested Wolverine from the X-Men and Ryu from Street Fighter to help me, because I knew that I couldn't do this alone. With our powers combined, we defeated Darth Vader, and after that, we went to go get a drink after that.
Juice.
Special juice.
Talking about.
So during the building phase of our hydroponic system, I remained open to new ideas. Actually, my whole group had to remain open to new ideas because we actually made some modifications that weren't on the plan. So on the pic on the right, for example, earlier I stated that our legs of our hydroponic system were either slanted inward or outward, which was bad. But I kind of shaped it off. But my team and I, my team convinced me that we needed supports on our legs so that they wouldn't slant inward or outward. So I had to remain open to new ideas and such. But in the long run, those supports paid off. So big salute to my teammates. And loading to the final mission of my 5-mission campaign is the 5th skill that I learned was pushing myself. In the MPX program, I really learned how to push myself, to be more responsible. The ability to do more is good, and the only thing that you're getting out of pushing yourself is being a better person and having more knowledge than you ever had. For all the hard work that you do now, it'll pay off in the end, it'll cash out. So my artifact during the Heroes Project, so my artifact for the Heroes Project was my Heroes essay. I wanted to do a good job, since that my hero was my sister, she means a lot to me. So during my essay, I wrote 1,000+ words, Well, unfortunately, you had to get shaved down because there's just too much for the paper, which I'm totally fine with. But yeah, I'm glad that I pushed myself during this assignment because all I wanted to do was make my family proud, and at least I didn't do something under the requirement. Concluding, the MPX program has taught me a lot of skills and has basically taught me that you can adapt to anything and stuff like that. So thank you. That concludes my PoL1 project.
Michael, you had some very, very good lessons in there and skills that everyone should listen to.
How long did it take for you to make that presentation?
Probably like 3 or 4 days, adding all the informations in there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yawn.
When you were trying to kill, who's that, the swinging guy?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, did you hit his nipples or his chest?
Yeah. You sure? Yes, both of them. Micah, the skill drawings, was it worth the effort? Did it pay off in the end?
Yeah, it actually was worth the effort. When I first came into the MPX program, I thought skill drawings were just a waste of time.
Yeah, okay.
Because I could, just imagine it and I could just do it there. But, being precise is actually worth it and it pays in the long run.
Okay.
Julian,
Where did you get all those gifts from?
search Google.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Wait, what was that?
Gifts? They're like moving pictures. It's like a line.
My last comment and slash question, I guess, is that the one thing that we find with ninth graders is that when ninth graders make mistakes, we want to learn from them, right? But in order to learn from them, you have to take responsibility for them. So that's a good lesson because most ninth graders tend to make excuses or blame other people. So important for all of us to understand that when we make mistakes, it's okay, and we have to learn from them. Okay, so own up to them. So I'm glad you had that skill or whatever it was. Okay, any questions?
That was really good. I was very impressed.
Good job.